The hardest part about being evicted isn't losing a place to stay, but losing the sense of stability you thought you had. When everything you thought you knew falls apart, you realize how strong you can be. Eviction is not just the loss of a home, it's the unraveling of the life you built in that space. In the chaos of being evicted, I found a new sense of purpose and resilience I never knew I had. Sometimes it feels like the ground beneath you has crumbled, but it's in those moments that you can rebuild stronger than before. Eviction isn't just a legal process, it's an emotional roller coaster that takes you through fear, shame, and hope. It's strange how something as simple as a roof over your head can feel so central to your identity until it's gone. Losing my home wasn't just about the walls. It was about the memories, the moments, and the dreams that were tied to it. It's hard to ask for help when you're falling apart, but sometimes that's the first step toward rebuilding. Eviction is not the end. It's just a hard chapter in a much bigger story. I never thought I'd find myself in this situation, but here I am, learning how to rise from the ashes. Losing a home isn't just about losing possessions. It's about losing a sense of safety. Sometimes life has a way of pushing you out of your comfort zone, but it's in those moments that you discover what you're truly capable of. Eviction makes you realize that possessions are temporary, but your spirit is unbreakable. It's amazing how the human spirit can withstand so much, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Being evicted forces you to reassess what truly matters in your life and what you can leave behind. The hardest part isn't leaving, it's wondering where to go next. It's hard to ask for help when you need it most, but sometimes it's the kindness of others that makes you realize there's still hope. Sometimes the universe pushes you to let go of the familiar so you can embrace something new. Losing a home feels like the ground is slipping away beneath your feet, but it's in those moments that you find your strength. In the midst of the storm, you may not see the rainbow, but you know it's coming. It's not the eviction itself that hurts, but the uncertainty of what comes next. Eviction doesn't erase the person you are. It just forces you to redefine who you are without that space. The hardest part of eviction isn't leaving your belongings behind. It's leaving behind the comfort and security you once knew. Sometimes being evicted is just a wake-up call to remind you that you have the power to start over. When everything you thought was permanent is swept away, you learn just how resilient you truly are. It's amazing how, in the face of adversity, we are all capable of finding new ways to survive and thrive. Being forced out of a place you call home makes you realize that home is where the heart is, not where you sleep. Eviction is a hard lesson in letting go, but also in learning how to pick yourself back up. When life knocks you down, it's not about staying down. It's about finding the strength to get back up and keep moving forward. It's strange how losing a roof over your head can make you feel both lost and free at the same time. Being evicted forces you to face your fears, but it also shows you how strong you can be when you have to fight for yourself. The hardest part about losing your home isn't the physical loss, it's the emotional weight that comes with it. In the chaos of being evicted, I've learned that sometimes letting go is the only way to make room for something better. It's difficult to find your footing when everything feels uncertain, but it's in those moments that you realize you can stand on your own 2 feet. Eviction is a harsh reminder that nothing is permanent, but it's also an opportunity to start fresh. Sometimes losing your home isn't about what you're leaving behind, it's about what you're about to gain. It's hard to imagine a future when the present is so uncertain, but sometimes that uncertainty is the beginning of something new. When you've been knocked down by life, it's the strength you find within yourself that will lift you back up. Eviction is a painful process, but it also forces you to rediscover your resilience and creativity. No one prepares you for the emotional roller coaster of eviction, but it's in the lows that you find the strength to rise. Being evicted forces you to confront your vulnerabilities, but it's also a chance to build something stronger from the ground up. Losing your home isn't just about finding a new place to live. It's about finding a new sense of hope and direction. The moment you think you've lost everything, you realize there's still more strength inside you than you ever imagined.